guess you wonder where I've been.
Hey everyone, we meet again. I have not mentioned those words in almost 4.5 years, and currently it's January, the year 2026. A lot has transpired since the last you all saw me in these YouTube streets, and I owe you all a couple of updates. So before we get started, make sure to like, share, subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. The first major update is that I actually got a job and moved out of the folks' place. I am currently located in Lamu, which is the farthest north point of the coastal strip of Kenya. Moving to that place was quite chaotic, to say the least. I had to settle down immediately for work and had to interact with different people from that area. It wasn't easy, like entitlement, kind of like making like snarky comments. At first I was very afraid of them, but it reached a point I had to put my head down and just be bold and honest as it is, and just state it out that I am not pleased with whatever you guys are saying to me, and I don't like monkey business. We just want to get the work done. Sikuishi kila mtu ende zake. Like, I don't want the entitlement of talking about other people and you think that you can get a pass or get away with it. It was not easy, but we've navigated through it. It's been 1.5 years, and it's been an interesting experience. That's what I can say. Work-wise, the days that can be really busy, the days it can be slow, but yeah, eventually kazi huwa inafanywa, siku inaisha, and everyone gets back to their homes. I would say social life over there very, very, very minute, because I rarely have friends over there. Most of my friends are either between Mombasa and Nairobi, and if I know people, they're like, I would even count them less than 10, which is actually good, because one of the persons I know used to be a colleague with a certain close relative in a certain organization, so at least she was kind enough to get me through around that town, and some other people. So other than that, nothing much to report about my social life. But apart from getting the job, I generally can't thank God enough for that. But you're trying to look also obviously for other places so that we can actually continue and better ourselves, like professionally. The second one, I actually got locks. It reached a point in time where I was actually tired of my hair, because manipulating it in every hairstyle became monotonous. The weather wasn't too friendly for it, so hence me getting locks. And to be honest, it was the best decision, though it was way overdue. I'm going to do a separate video on the whole process as it is, the products that I use, and how I maintain my regimen when even I'm in Lamu. And it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, now I can easily just feel free to either have them in cornrows or just let it be open, and it kind of gave me a sense of liberation. And as I stated, I wish I did it earlier, but better late than never. So I will leave some couple of photos for you guys to see how the process has been. And yeah, it has been a very, very interesting phase, because one thing's for sure, having micro locks will teach you a level of patience that you genuinely didn't have, because sometimes you tend to rush the process because you want them to start falling and have volume and be able to like grab it in a ponytail. But people's hair textures are different, and people's growth hair growth rate is different as well. So using the right products, manipulating it in certain styles, especially if you're like in the budding or teenage phase of the locks, you have to be graceful with them. But other than that, I'm really loving the space that I am in with my locks, and I can't wait to see how things will, be in the future. The third update is my PCOS. Some time back, I talked about me being diagnosed with PCOS, and sad to say, things are not been looking too good. My symptoms have been exacerbated. Some of the symptoms as well have gotten worse, and one thing I came to realize is that PCOS is a very complex condition. People just think that you either haven't gotten a period or you have irregular cycles. That's just it. It's a very complex metabolic condition because it affects your quality of sleep, it affects your mental health, it affects your digestion, it affects your physical attributes. For instance, like having facial hair, even like feeling way tired even after you've slept for the right number of hours. And it's not just a one day thing. Sometimes you'll feel like you're on the right path, one day you'll sleep and you just fall back into square one. And it's also a very expensive disease. That's what I can say. It's a very, very expensive disease. Consultations, tests, radiology, supplements, physical examinations, like all this at hand. And maybe your consultant is at a private facility, and then you find out that maybe your health cover insurance, ya kazini, is not even covering that hospital. It can get overwhelming. So I'm trying to find ways on how to, navigate through it like a day at a time, because if I tend to ambush it at once, I kind of feel as if I'm overpowering myself and I have nothing to like take things from at least bad to good. And as I said, it's a lifetime condition. It has no cure. You just tend to manage the symptoms. And hopefully in the coming future, I shall share, my consultants, like the first or, the official diagnosis on the day, how it happened, what tests was taken. And hopefully I shall also have like the list of supplements that will eventually work for me. Also note, kindly do your due diligence before you settle for the treatment plan for your PCOS or hormonal imbalance issues. Another update, I'm officially back to wearing glasses, and my eyesight actually went from bad to worse. My astigmatism is so bad, and my right eye prescription also was not something good, to record about. The ophthalmologist that I went to, who is actually the head of, I think, ophthalmology at Lighthouse, he has his own private clinic. I will leave his details in the caption, in the rather description box below. They did the tests, and I was told that I have to get back into wearing glasses, and these are the glasses that I have. I got them from Optica, and this is the Cactus brand, as you can see. So it has now, for me currently, it has been a couple of months since April 2025, and I would say that I'd say that this is the longest time that I've stayed with glasses, because I also used to wear glasses in high school and campus, but I wasn't really consistent with, wearing them, because at some point I kind of felt like I've wasted like money to get these other glasses. But these ones, I've really tried my best, and I'm happy to report that I am consistent with them. And they also flatter my face shape, because trying to get something that works for me sometimes can be very difficult. But this is what suits best for me. Another update is that officially I'll be resuming YouTube, but I'll now be balancing longer format content and YouTube shorts. I was posting once in a while on YouTube shorts, but I kind of missed the fact that I could interact with y'all in the longer content format videos, and I'm now trying to find a balance on how to get both formats uploaded so that you can actually enjoy the content. And also sometimes taking breaks. With the last video, which was on, I think, was it May of 2024, the move was too fast for me to settle down to Lamu, so it kind of affected everything, and had to, my settling down took quite a while because the culture shock and everything. But for now, at least navigating it through and trying to find a balance was and is a bit more bearable now. So be on the lookout for videos and shorts, as well as TikToks. I post some videos as well, so I will leave all the links to my social media pages in the description below. And technically, that's just about it. So this is actually my last day before I resume work on Tuesday. It's January the 4th, 2026, and I am supposed to report for work. So I'm trying to soak in the last hours before I travel back. And yeah, that's just about it. Also, sometimes I tend to come back home during breaks, whether it's the Christmas break or the Ramadan and Eid break. I tend to have that opportunity for me to come back home and rest, because also loneliness takes a toll on me while I'm on there, because I don't have family members. I would say friends as well. It doesn't slap or it doesn't hit when you have people over there. So navigating loneliness on that end, compared to, let's say, your colleagues or people that and they have family, for them it's different because they have access to their loved ones. For me, it's not, because I will obviously now have to request for days off to go see the family and see the matriarch. So having that opportunity for me to travel home during breaks at least eases the loneliness and kind of boosts my my serotonin, and be in a better headspace and be at least happy, just even for a short time frame. And at least now I can go back and be in a better headspace and be able to conquer the work that is technically ahead of me. So that's just about it. If you have any questions and observations and thoughts that you have, kindly do not hesitate to put them down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.